want to thank God for allowing me to be here tonight. Because without him, none of this would be possible.
All right.
Well, now that's out the way. Now they called me, they like, Bobby, you come do the show, just don't be cussing. I said, that's like having Jimmy Johnson drive around the racetrack without speeding. Something ain't right. I want to thank a few people before I get started. See, where is Alan Mayo and Mayo Photography? Yeah, give them a big, huge round of applause. They bought lunch for me one day. Give them a, yeah. And Mr. John Marshall.
Yeah.
Back under that. There he is. Listen, John, I know you don't like me saying Mr., but my mama here. So you missed it tonight. Yes. Like I said, he said, Bob Park said, come to the stage. This ain't even no stage, is it? This was like a porch, don't it? Bob nigga, they're on the patio. Bob nigga out back by the barbecue grill. Yeah, before we get into too much fun, I'm gonna move his mic stand out the way so y'all can see me. Oh man, how y'all doing? So glad to see y'all. I said put your hands in there. Some people like this. I was like, no, I'm not robbing you, lady. I'm with you tonight. I'm on your side. But give me that purse. Don't let them suit fool you, girl. I will take your money. I ain't lying. What's going on? Got a new president. Give it up for the president. I ain't saying he's voting for him tonight. Don't worry about it. Just give it up for him, because I'm glad we got one. I'm not really celebrating the fact that, Barack Obama is a black African-American president. I wasn't even celebrating that fact. The main fact I celebrated was that Bush wasn't going to be president no day anymore. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care who was president. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really care. Bush is too stupid, wasn't it? Bush done some crazy things. Bush came to the press conference, and he wasn't even talking about stuff they were talking about. A reporter jumped up and said, President Bush, what do you think about the situation in Darfur? He said, that horse, you gotta ride it. I said, who asked that man about a horse? That was terrible. Then they went on back looking for Osama bin Laden. Now, if this man is worth $50 million, how come anybody told on him? I told my mom for $200,000. I'm like, Mama, I ain't gonna snitch, just come out behind the couch. You know what I'm saying? Who couldn't find Osama bin Laden? Y'all know Osama bin Laden, don't you? Y'all seen the tall guy with the beard and the towel on his head and the sheet with the candy robber that's tied to a dialysis machine that rides around in an ambulance that lives in a cave? Who couldn't find him? $50 million. I got a couple crackheads I know they can find him for $2 in a bit. I dropped him off over there before I got home. They were like, Bobby, what do you want to do with it? So I just bring him over here. They be $4 and 2 biscuits. I don't even care. They told me I can't cuss. I was like, oh my goodness. Because as soon as it said, we want you to come to the show, but you can't cuss, that was like 85% of my material. I was just going to stand up and say, hi, hello, how you doing, and knock joke. What's going on? Like I said, been doing a lot of things, been doing a lot of traveling here lately. I know y'all heard about it. I've been down in California. Love it out there, and to get back to the fourth state. See, that was my first time in California, y'all, for real. And me being from Henderson, yeah, that's what I said. Me being from Henderson, I messed around and took Kentucky money to California. And that's the worst thing to do. I took $364 to spend. I ran out of money flying over Las Vegas. I got there, I was at the counter, I was like, I know I had some money. He said, you from Kentucky? He said, it's ding dong. It was terrible out there, man. I discovered, I doing travel, you discover a lot of things, a whole lot of things about people that, you know, we're going to see. You never believe what this world is like on the other side of Tennessee and Indiana. Oh my God, I can tell you, I went to Alabama. You ever been to Alabama? Oh man, I went to Alabama 2 months ago, and I'm so glad to be back in America. They primitive down there, they slow. They ain't got no cell phone. I went to my cousin's house, they had little curry pigeon with no tag on. I said, what is this? They said, man, look at my missed calls. We went out in the yard, and there was a bird that was circling around. I said, what is this? That's called waiting. One bird just came over the fence and just flew right in. He shot and killed him. I said, what are you doing? He said, that's called block. My bird flew in, he didn't even read the note. He just turned around, hit on his butt. I said, what's that? He said, star 69. Man, I couldn't believe it. They were slow. Slow. They had, you know, when you go to Alabama, you got to learn, like, you know, you got to be bilingual. You know what I'm saying? Because they said something to me that just tore me up completely. This guy asked me, do I know anything about Demerol? And I was like, yeah, you know, that's the pain medication they give you, you know what I'm saying? You get hurt, you get pain medication. They looked at me like I was crazy. I said, well, if that's not the right way to use Demerol, I said, tell me so I know. He said, look here, the other day my mama came home from work, and I had 2 wings in that Thanksgiving, and she said, are Demerol the chicken wings we got? I said, what the heck? I got to get back. I got to get a passport and get out of here. Yeah, down left Alabama, I went to Mississippi. Worst thing ever. I started going back to Alabama. They was all racist up and down Mississippi. They didn't even care that they was racist. You know, I walked into this little bar to get some gas. This big 6'7" white guy, so, you know, started following me all over the store. So finally, I turned and looked, I said, man, you got a problem? And this is what he said with his old country butt. I told you. He said, we don't like naggers. And I said, well, where I'm from, we don't like naggers either. All they do is nag. Everywhere you look, there's a nagger. When I wake up, I see naggers. I go to work, there's naggers. There's naggers everywhere, so you ain't the only one that don't like naggers. Man, tell you. Been in the Louisville? Anybody been in Louisville? Make some noise, y'all like Louisville, yeah. Y'all go get some nerves, right? Y'all get some nerves. I went to Louisville last week. Did a show at Comedy Caravan. After it was over, the guy, the host, we were gonna go, you know, out to the strip club. Now I know what y'all saying. I mean, you know how my mama raised me. You know what I'm saying? First I said no. I said, no, don't y'all leave me. Here I come. You know what I'm saying? It was the worst strip club ever. It was called Sex. P-H-A-T-S. You know what I'm talking about? Broadway, y'all know what I'm talking about? Sex. P-H-A-T-S. It ended up being an acronym for Pitiful Hoes Attempting to Strip. Oh, I ain't lying. I'm on TV sometimes. Sometimes on TV, you know, TV can mislead you and misguide you on some things. Because on TV, the strippers, they had names, like, you know, that you wanted to see them, like Hennessy and Hypnotic, and Vassier, and Strawberry Daiquiri, and, you know, gin and juice. These strippers in Louisville didn't have the names of that. They had names like Lemonade and Tang. Mop water. They had a big girl, her name was Slim Fast. Old woman named Old they pat you down when you come in? I said, I'm a fan, they pat me down, they said, you got a gun? I said, no, they said, here, take this one. Terrible. Oh, by the way, I do want to tell y'all something, and you know, a couple people in my family know about it, but no one else does. I just found this out last Wednesday. I will be going to L.A. for a movie.
Woo!
I don't know which one I'm going to go see. I just play. Don't pay no attention to me. They told me come crack some jokes. I didn't have nothing to do but cable got cut off. So we probably won't be here a while. Well, at least we'll be until my neighbor get home. Yeah, so love. You know, like they say, it's like, you know, travel out, we discover a lot of things, and I don't always, you know, discover things like on the road, but I've been traveling, I know some things between black people and white people, and I figured that since there's 90 of y'all and 10 of us, we can talk about it. I want to be on y'all team. So I came here, I said, man, I smell good credit scores. Somebody got a zero ticket into his credit card. Ooh, where did she go? You know, I just noticed a few things. You know, say nothing major. Just like, you know, like I noticed that in hotels, white people check out of hotels, right? Black people just leave. I noticed that white kids tend to embarrass their parents, but black parents embarrass their kids. I'm serious. I noticed that black parents will threaten to kill their kids. White parents actually do. You know, you ain't never just, man, if kids are, believe you me, I got one of my man, if kids are, you know, you don't live, we don't. Well, I know it would cut down on child support, but 50 years I can have, you know, a lot of things going on. You know, people, you know, everywhere all week long, they were saying, you're going to be over at Holy Name, you know, you can't, you know, you're going to be at the church. You know, you're going to be at the, you know, the Holy Name, church. And I said, I'm going to be at the school, I don't know where you going to be at. And you can't cut. I said, this is my show. You know, when they ask you, you ain't got to do it, but this is my show. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been, you know, people get nervous. They was a little nervous. My mom was like, Bobby, don't you go over there saying none of them 4-letter words you like to say. And I said, Mama, I'm going to say my number 1 4-letter word right for y'all today, so just get ready here. Here it comes. Food. Some of y'all like, oh my God, you're sick, or you're sick. Oh my God. Now, I know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I had never been to a Catholic church until a couple years ago. I was really impressed. I was really impressed because there's some things the white people do at their churches that black people even don't do. Like start on time. You go to Catholic church I went to, you know, with a friend of mine, they said the services were going to start at 1 a.m. 1 p.m. You can tell I'm a so it started at 1 p.m. I thought all services looked the same. I showed up at 1:25, services was over. I said, where is y'all going? They said, I'm preaching, there ain't nothing happening. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know. Because, you know, in case y'all know the black church, it say 11 a.m. morning service. But the preacher don't get up at 10 after 2. People be sitting around gossiping all day, you know what I'm saying? It'd be terrible. And one other thing I noticed about the Catholic, you know what I'm saying, when I went to church was, they did a lot of up and down. Holy, holy, You may be seated. Soon as I said that, please stand. You may be seated. Please stand. Hey, look, dog, you need to get all that together, okay? Like you will on. Once we sit down, that's it. We're going to get a two more times. Let's off the call and then we out of there. You know what I'm saying? My mama, she sometimes, you know, she tell me lies. She's like, why don't you go to church more often? I said, Mama, church too expensive. Cover charge is too high. All they do in black people church is pass the plate. I went to this one black church, they passed the plate 8 times. I pulled out a plate of my own pass. And the one that I need help too. Just line down there. We all want to do some things, I'm trying to tell you. Speaking of religion, I had a dream last night. I got to heaven, and they say heaven is real big. So, you know, for the first 2 or 3 months, I kind of thought we all just going to get some vehicles and ride around there. You know what I'm saying? And so I had a dream that this guy, these 3 guys were standing in front of God, and they were going to be judged on how faithful they were to their spouses. And the ones that were most faithful got the better car. First guy stepped up. Said, oh, Lord, these men and women down in Henderson. Oh, woo, they are so fine. Look, I see them my wife all the time, but you know, at least I'm being honest about it. You know, so what kind of vehicle I get? God said, you see that rusty Chevrolet over there with that door? That's yours right there. That's yours. So the second guy stepped up. He said, look, guys, look. I only killed my wife one time. That's when we was going. Y'all thought we were going to get a divorce. She forgave me. I told her about it. What kind of vehicle I get? He said, I understand, son. He said, you see that 2006 Lexus over there? He said, that's your vehicle. Guy got happy. Third guy stepped up. He's a guy. I never killed my wife. I love her every day. Give her breakfast in bed. Send her flowers every day. I do all the jobs. Like, okay, you prove your point. You can get any vehicle you want. The guy got a 2009 black Escalade. Pretty nice. A couple weeks later, the guy number 1 and guy number 2 were riding down Heaven's Highway, and they seen the guy in the Escalade pulled over, just crying his eyes out. They said, what's wrong with you? You got the nicest car in all of heaven. He said, I ain't thought about that. He said, what is it? He said, I just see my wife and she's on roller skate. Oh, God. I remember from my church, I remember I went to Chicago church one time. Southside Chicago, I done a show there, and I stayed over, you know, we went to church. I ain't ready for hold on, we ain't ready for no Southside Chicago church. It's terrible. I mean, I went inside, they had a metal detector, right? I was like, y'all got problems with guns in churches? And the man was like, no, all the pastors just don't want no change. We're all in church. You know what I'm saying? When in the church, they didn't even have no piano player, they didn't have no organ player. They had a DJ and an MC. Talking about, praise the Lord. I was like, this church off the chain. You know what I'm saying? Then we sat down, and the preacher come out, had a bad attitude. He's like, I'm tired of my congregation committing all these sins and then coming up in my church. So here's what I'm going to do for you. He said, I'm going to call out your sin, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get out of my church. I said, man, what time? So So he said, I know some of y'all in here tonight was smoking weed last night. Now the rest of y'all bow your head for 2 minutes and let these other people get out. So I bow my head, but I'm old now. 2 minutes later, he said, raise your head. I looked up, half the deacons were gone. Some of the mothers were gone. All the black dudes were gone. Then he said, some of all of you in here tonight robbed somebody last night. We're going to give you 2 minutes to get out of the church. He told everybody to bow their head. Everybody bow their head, you know me. 2 minutes later, half of the choir gone, other half of the deacons, a couple of people in the back. Then he said, somebody in this room tonight slept with another man's wife last night. Bow your head. 2 minutes later, I looked up, he was gone. Y'all quit laughing. Y'all know better than that. Y'all know crazy. I know we're doing this for the Henderson Diabetes Coalition. By round of applause, anyone outside myself have diabetes here tonight? Diabetes? Everybody just on your side? What is the sugar free side? Diabetes, this is a serious disease though, really it is. It is, and and then when I found out I had diabetes, I went to the doctor, but I got one of them old smart doctors, I always want to crack jokes because I'm a comedian. He told me, he said, I said, Doc, what can I do? How am I going to be able to work on this and handle this and live right and eat better? And look, smart punk going to tell me, Bobby, you're going to have to start doing more push-ups and stop doing all these pull-ups. I said, Doc, what are you talking about? I mean, look at me, I can't do no pull-ups. He said, what I'm talking about. You just pull up the Wendy's, pull up the Hardee's, pull up the Rallies, pull up the KFC, pull up the Applebee's, pull up the Mexicans, pull up the Domino's. You can pull up everywhere the head drive. Yeah, I know it. And then, like I said, being out a lot is, I've been dating and stuff. I try to date locally, but I ain't hear that much, so it's usually wham bam, thank you, man. No, I'm lying. My mama here. I'm looking for Mrs. Right. Mrs. Right away. Can I get that? Right away, let's go, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Skinny women though. I love skinny women, but they just don't want to get close. I'm afraid I might absorb them or something. What I'm saying? One time I heard the girl, how you doing, girl? I'm like, all of a sudden I watch her, she's like, Mom, you were sitting way too much. You were playing too much. Oh my God. Big girl. Oh, they different story. I don't like big girls. They too aggressive. They put a lot of pressure on me. I had a big girl tell me, why don't you come over and lay in my queen size bed? I said, if I do, where are you gonna sleep? Ain't no queen gonna hold me and you. I'll call a hotel and get a pull away. Going too much. I'm trying to tell you, going too much, man. Too aggressive. Big girl called me up last night, told me she wanted me to come over and make a holler. Well, I came over and took my clothes off and I fell on her. I got up, I said, let me know when you want some more, man. I got it all right there. Oh, that big girl is getting like press on. Had a big girl come over my house that night, told me she wanted me to give her 12 inches of good meat. They were putting on some Subway. Oh, you understand? Big girl with pressure on. Had a girl, big girl called me up talking about she bought a little necklace and she wanted me to try it and put it on her. So I went over there and she went and had a little brown, little fur, little teddy. She said, I'm going to go back there and try it on. When I come back home, she let me know how I look. So here come that big half up there. How I look. Big brown fur teddy. I said, girl, you look like Chewbacca. You don't like that. You don't like Star Wars anyway. Too much pressure on me, I'm telling you. Too much pressure. I ain't lying, but I've been big all my life. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was going to be big according to my baby pictures. No, I'm saying, you know, most times you have a new boy, you take a picture of a baby in a little baby bed. My baby picture, I was in a bunk bed. I ain't lying. I knew something was wrong. When I was a baby, all the other babies got fed Infamil. They gave me Happy Meal. Little kids had Similac, they was forcing Big Mac. I didn't have no umbilical cord, I had a fire hose. I got through, I just roll it in, just give it to the fire department. Fire department, give it to them. Ridiculous. I ain't lying. I knew I was going to be big, boy. I'm trying to tell you, I lost some weight, though, but I'm trying to tell you, it was hard. I used to be so big, I got out of breath walking downstairs. Like this 2 steps, I'm like, hold on. Oh, them 2 steps will kill me. I ain't lying. I gotta say it out. A round of applause, anybody here know some bad kids? I know all the black people gonna clap. I mean, don't be saying you know some kids. Some of y'all sit next to the people got some bad kids. You don't really, because they know you're talking about. But them kids are bad, they bad. You know, I fight a kid though. You know what I'm saying? But I have a son of my own. And here lately, he's been doing a lot of lying. And it's been disturbing to me because I'm teaching him lies. He's been doing a lot of lying. So one day I decided I'm going to catch him in a lie. I didn't know how to do it, so I called a friend of mine. And he told me, Bobby, go on the internet. Look up lie detector test. They got a meeting up. So I got to looking up on the internet. I ran across the thing. It said, lie detector 09. Yeah, it's a robot. And what it does is, every time a person tells a lie, it can detect it within 600 feet. And the robot will get up and go and smack the person who told the lie right in the mouth. I ain't lying. So that day, my little boy came home 2 hours late from school. I said, hey, where you been at? He said, oh, Daddy, I stayed over at school for basketball practice. This robot, it jumped up, went over to my little boy. Smacked him in his mouth. My little boy said, Daddy, what's that? I said, that's my new lie detector robot, son. You've been telling me a lie. Now you tell me, where have you been for the last 2 hours? He said, I've been over my cousin Jason's house. I said, what was you doing over there for 2 hours? He said, Daddy, I was studying for spelling words. This robot jumped up, went over to my little boy, smacked him in the mouth. I said, see, son, you lying. Tell me what you doing today. I was over watching adult movies. I said, son, that's messed up. Because when I was your age, I didn't do none of that stuff. This robot jumped up, came over to me and smacked me in my mouth. My baby mom was in the kitchen. She come out laughing. She said, I said, what are you laughing at? She said, boy, that's your son. This robot.